is to fill this with whiskey. Then no one knows you're day drinking.
We drove all night, all day, Tuesday, got here, ready to track open on Wednesday, came in, got everything set up, located our transmissions, which luckily were nice and close, got all the credentials sorted out for everybody, put the tranny in the car, and basically packed up, went and had some lovely hard 8 barbecue, and went to sleep. That was it. It was a pretty easygoing day yesterday.
Sweet. And today is qualifying?
Everything almost, yeah. All the practices and qualifying kind of all lumped together. Right now we're just getting Mike his hard card for the day, for the weekend. And yeah, driver's meeting in 45 minutes, 40 minutes, and then on to practice at 10 o'clock.
Cool.
Should be good.
Yay.
Hey you, I saw you from the distance. Hey you, can we talk? Hey you, I think you must.
The trick is to fill this with whiskey. Then no one knows you're day drinking.
unfortunately, we spent so much of our practice this morning changing the transmission that I burned up all my runs to shake out the car. Wow, this thing's got good brakes. So I'm still trying to dial it in. We still need to change the rear gearing, so I won't be able to test it before qualifying. But we had a 395 in it, too tall. Went to a 412, better, but it's still too tall. So we have to go. We have a 429, which should be pretty close. They could maybe even use shorter gears, but this is what we got. So we got to change that. Now the intercooler's broken.
Did that just go on the last run?
Yeah, I initiated. It was fine to run before, and then I initiated, and all of a sudden it just like fell on its face, and I had no power. Downshifted, like no power, and you saw the size of the hole.
Oh yeah, it's the whole front of the end tank.
Yeah. No boost. So I don't even know if I'll be able to make the first qualifying run. I may have to skip it and just do one.
See what happens.
Yeah.
What happened with the first transmission?
Wouldn't stay in fourth gear. As soon as I let up on the throttle, boom, pop out of fourth.
Snap back in.
Yeah, today was filled with drama. My goodness. It was stressful, to say the least. We started, well, when we got here yesterday, put the transmission in the car, and you and I went for a cruise up down pit road, and there was a couple times when it didn't really want to stay in fourth gear. Or didn't want to go into fourth gear, I should say. And thought we had solved it. Changed around the shift knob, thinking that I was like pulling it at a weird angle or something. And it seemed fine until I got out on track, and as soon as I got into fourth gear, it popped out pretty much immediately. And I thought, alright, maybe I screwed that one up, we'll do another run. So I blew my first practice run. Second practice run rolls around. I get initiated, get around the first corner, and as soon as I let off the throttle, back into neutral. And I'm like, alright, bring it back in. We got our spare transmission, unboxed it, and swapped the trannies during practice, which ate up 2 or 3 runs. What would have been 2 or 3 runs worth of time. Got it back out on the track. Now the gearing was too tall. I did a run, gearing was all wrong. The car wouldn't spool up. It was just way too tall. It was like a 3.9. Too tall for fourth gear. So brought it back in, changed to a 412. That was still a little on the tall side, but manageable. So I did, I think, 2 runs with that. And then on my third run of that series. The down start straight, initiate, car bogs out. Thought I maybe was in the wrong gear or like wasn't supposed to. I'm like, all right, I'll try third. Third gear, nothing, just bogged out. And I basically drove around the track at like cruising pace. Got it back to the pit, and sure enough, the intercooler had blown up and on the bottom corner, and like severe amount. They basically just peeled it back like a tuna can. So we had to take the front of the car apart, take the intercooler off, and find someone to TIG weld it, which was very challenging. That probably took 45 minutes, just trying to find, like, one person would have a welder and then not a generator. Someone would have the actual tool, the welder, but then not have anyone to weld it, and none of us can TIG weld, so not to the level that it would need to be to hold 30 pounds boost. So it took a while. Luckily, JTP hooked us up, and he had like all the fancy Miller welding table, and he had everything he needed. So he laid down like a really, really nice bead on the intercooler and touched up a couple other little spots, and it was down to the wire. I think we got it done about 5 cars up from where our qualifying spot was, and I was able to go out and put down a run. It wasn't an amazing run, and it was the best run I probably had all day, because I think I only did one solid run where I connected the whole course in practice. So, yeah. After that, the pressure was kind of off. I got a score of, I think, 79 or 80. 79.
Yeah.
Which at the time was 4th, but by the end of it, it was like I was down to 12th or something. Enough to where I made it into the show.
Well, then you got an 83.
Did I? 83?
Your second
Yeah,
one.
it was a 79.
Oh, I thought it was an 80.
No, your second was 83.
So, a mild improvement. I think the car was still too tall in the gearing, so I couldn't get it into 4th gear and spooling until almost the end of the initiation zone. It kept putting me too deep into the first turn, and I'd miss the inner clip every time because I couldn't slow down enough after that to catch the inner clip. So I did some maths and determined that with the gears that we have, the best one for our setup would be a 4.66, which is what we now have in the car, and we'll try tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon in practice, and hopefully that'll help the car get into boost faster. And as far as tandem goes, if someone in front of me checks up a bit, I'm not going to be like right on a knife edge of being in boost or out of boost. And then we had tons of tacos, tons of Mexican food. I actually only had one taco technically, but I had a taco.
Another one.
I had a tamale.
Another one.
I had an enchilada.
Another one.
I had tortillas.
Another one.
I had chips.
Another one.
I had salsa.
Another one.
I had guacamole.
Another one.
I had a tostada.
Another one.
I had rice. I had beans. Man, what else could you ask for? And then I ate like 4 frozen Reese's cups. Threw one very hard into Jacob's testicles. And then I almost took off. I clipped Joe's shoulder with one at probably a good 90-mile-an-hour pitch. And then, that's it. That's the end of day 2. And then tomorrow we don't start till 4 p.m. We have a ton of time tomorrow to go buy cowboy boots and cowboy hats. Go buy Buc-ee's things, like beef jerky and beaver nuggets, and
Roasted nuts. Maybe
roasted nuts.
These nuts.
Gotta have roasted nuts. And then, we'll see. Hopefully the car setup's dialed and we can go and smash it up in top 16.
Ula Jaeger.
We're against Ula, which I don't know if you're watching this, Ula, or if you ever do. Anyway, subscribe to my boy's channel, right up here somewhere. And then if you'd like to help make his other projects and videos and stuff a possibility, you can go ahead and donate to his Patreon. What is that? It's supposed to be in the corner. What is that? That has to stay in.
I'll move it just for Joe this time. Oh.
And then videos. YouTube will tell you to watch something here, and probably over here, down there somewhere. Check it out.
Cool.